My name is Patrick McDonnell. I am an AmeriCorps Vista at bcWORKSHOP.
The Building Community Workshop's mission is to enrich the lives of Dallas citizens by bringing design thinking to areas of our city where resources and design expertise are scarce. It functions as a multidisciplinary community design center seeking to improve the livability and viability of underserved communities through a project-based approach. To do so, the BC Workshop recognizes that it must first understand the social, economic, and environmental issues facing a community, and then employ community design to build sustainable and affordable neighborhoods of choice.
I was lucky and fortunate enough to meet with T. Luke at SFI, and we've been talking back and forth, and that's how I got this opportunity. So here I am today, and I'm going to give a short presentation about some of the work we're doing at BC Workshop, and I'm also, I share time between a municipal design center called City Design Studio at Dallas City Hall. So my background is in urban planning. I graduated from the University of Michigan last May. So this is my first job out. So one of the first projects that we did when I got there was this idea called PIA, Public Information Act. We did it in conjunction with MLK Day, and what we did was take or look at locations around Dallas, and we started with a list of 25 and narrowed down to 12, and then eventually got down to 4 locations in Dallas that are underutilized. So places that used to be used for something. So one of the examples that we did was Sunshine Elizabeth Chapel, and it's in a place called 10th Street. It's got a lot of history, but it's no longer there. Instead, it's an empty lot. So what we did was we took this pink flagging tape and we created the foundation of where the Sunshine Elizabeth Chapel is. One of the pieces of BC Workshop is kind of drawing attention to the community, and we want to, say, well, what was in the community and how can we strengthen it rather than rebuild over it. So this was one of the pieces that we tried to exhibit. And here's another example. We drew these strings down and kind of brought attention to the fact that this was a place once and it was a vital piece of the community, but it's no longer in use. So, like I said, I share time between 2 offices. One of them is the City Design Studio, and the other one is BC Workshop. So the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, I don't know if you know about that. The completion of the bridge just happened as of March. So as part of a celebration, we had a booth on the bridge. The booth was all about connecting the city. How do you connect people? So on the city design side, we created a timeline of Dallas, or a visual timeline, and it kind of broke down some of the urban design principles like public space, transportation, buildings, and then the overall growth of Dallas. Dallas is pretty big. It's 342.5 square miles. So trying to map the neighborhoods has been kind of a challenge. And as of now, we have 317 neighborhoods and counting. So one of the things that we believe in BC Workshop is that neighborhoods are the strength of the city. So we're trying to find out where they are, trying to locate them. And also, we are also doing a project in conjunction with that to capture stories. When the Calatrava Bridge opened, we got 150 people to talk into these little flip cameras and give us some interesting stories about where they're from, where they live, how they're related to the river, how they connected to the city. One of the other things that we do to collaborate between City Design Studio and BC Workshop is have this thing called Book Club. So we've been reading Jane Jacobs' The Death and Life of the Great American City, and we meet every Monday, and each of us has the opportunity to lead a chapter. And so the day I got to lead was on the chapters about diversity. So we had some muffin cookies, and then there's also a table spread, and we all wrote our favorite quotes. So that's still up, and people come in, and it's kind of like, just a creative atmosphere. Back to some of the work that we're doing at City Design Studio. Link Dallas, which stands for Leveraging and Improving Neighborhood Connections. In Dallas, we have a huge asset, the Trinity River, and around the Trinity River, there are neighborhoods to the north and the south. While it is an asset, it's also kind of a challenge because it's so large, so there's not a lot of connection between those neighborhoods. So we're trying to figure out what to do and how to connect. It's out there, and that's the end of my presentation.
Thank you.